Welcome back to the Art Well Woman podcast. It's your host here, Sandy Gloria, aka Tammy. Welcome back to another episode where we sit down with a guest. This woman is a dear woman to my heart. She's one that has been through so many valleys, but when you see her, you don't know the things she's been through because she comes around with so much joy and so much warmth. Her name is Janet Sonowo, and she's a nurse by training, but now she's working in all her creative gifts. She's a master chef, she's a designer, she's a decorator. In fact, I was like, one day I asked her, I was like, what don't you do? That is who she is. But despite all this, she's been in places that you would never have expected. And so today we get to hear her story and let that story bring healing to every woman who'll be listening to this. So, hi Janet, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. It's an honor to have you sitting here. I really admire you. Like, you're a firebrand in church. So that's one thing I admire about you. But aside that, so many things. So it's really,
God.
it's really a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to ask you a few questions and I want you to tell me your story. We'll start from, before you even came to Canada, what made you even think of coming to Canada? And, start from there and your journey coming in here and how that has been like for you.
Okay, what made me come to Canada? There's no somebody wants to have better life, right?
Sure.
So, and then planning coming to Canada, I had a lot, like the job that you can do that can bring more money. So before living in Nigeria, I have to go to fashion school to learn how to make clothes and also to learn how to make hair. But on getting to Canada, but I know I need to learn more in the clothing. So I plan going to school. Like my husband, like he will be going to work and I'll be going to school. But to get to work, for my husband to get work, it was so difficult. And I said, okay, if I need to go to school, they said 2 years. I will have to spend 2 years for the fashion school. I said, God, with all this that is going on, no money. We have been quarreling over money. Even myself and my husband. Because this is not we expected. We thought it's where you get to, just get work. And we came to Calgary because they said there is oil company, like you're gonna get maybe work in a oil company. So that is what my husband was having in mind. But on getting here is a different story. So even to get any job, it was very difficult. And I said I want to go for 2 years program. How are we going to cater for the children? How are we going to pay bills? And we don't know anybody here. So that now led me to the church I was going. Somebody now told me there is this program that is very short. And it's 4 years program. They call it Health Care Aid. I said, okay. So I can go and enroll for that. So I put in my application. But before the application comes, there had been war at home because there is no money, no job. I tell my husband, go and look for a job. He said, you too, go and look for a job now. So I said, okay, I should go and look for a job. So I started looking for a job. So I now apply in Walmart. So I waited for the job. To cut the long story short, so the day they called me in Walmart to come and start the job, that was when I was given application to start my healthcare aid in Bow Valley. I said, what do? I actually want to go to school, So I just said, when they now called me, I said, oh, it's today I received a letter from Bow Valley to come and start school. So I'm really sorry. So I went to the program, 4 months program. It was not easy. Let me just talk about the English. Even there, I cannot understand what they are saying. Wow. The English was too, I don't know, they are just rapping it. I said, what's this? But thank God for the textbook. I could read the textbook and understand. That was another challenge I have in school. But to God be the glory, I finished. There is no carryover. So all glory be to God. So after the job, after school, I thought it's what we will get to work on time. That one is also hell. So get a job, healthcare a job. But thank God for my friend in school. So there is still this new opening in Northwest Evanston. So I put in. So luckily for me, they called me because it's a new facility. If it were the old one, they will want an experience. They don't take those practicum you did. No, but it's really challenging. But thank God I got a job. That's 7.5. So I was working, I was earning money, everything was going smoothly, That is when the friendship now was strong at home again, because money has started coming in. It's good to have money. If there's no money, husband and wife, oh my God. So money now start coming, the love now start booming. So it's because of money you are loving me. So if there's no money, me too, I was wise that time. Take your money. Let me take my money.
Oh my God.
So I got the job. So I was doing, I said, this money is not enough. Please, can you call me for extra shifts? I am available. Okay, let me talk. What about dropping of I have 3 children. I came in with 3 children. One is there is 1 year. So that one has to be going to daycare. That one is a long story. Let me just, because of the time, I will have to just summarize it. So put the little boy in daycare and the younger 2 also in before and after school. It was challenging because I have to sleep, and manage everything is not easy. So luckily I got that job. I said, call me for extra, but I was taking extra shift. There is not, I can see no difference in the pay. And I said, you don't know that the more you work, the more they tax. I said, so what's the essence of this? So when I was doing the job, it's not something my back started paining me. I have to be packing poop. I said, when will I stop? Is this what I will be doing for the rest of my life? I can't continue this way. So I said, I need to further more my education. So that is when I went for LPN. So as I'm going to school, taking care of the children at the same time. My husband, when where he was working, every work is getting is like head meeting. Outside this thing, it was not easy. I have to go to school, I have to go to work, I have to take care of the children at the same time. But the children are not having proper care. Even myself, I can't get enough sleep because I was doing 12-hour shifts. And later I was doing 7 or 8 hours before. Later, when I now moved to night shifts because of my education. So it was not really easy. So that means between that remaining 12 hours, I will drive from the 12 hours to and fro.
That's 14 hours.
Yes, I will take care of, I will bath the children in the morning, drop them. I want to catch some sleep. I want to go to school.
Wow. Yeah.
It was a lot. So I was doing it, but to God be the glory. I'm just summarizing this. To God be the glory. We finished the course. We finished this course, and to God be the glory. I did my professional exam at once, and I made it. So get nursing job, that one is another hellfire.
And they said also once you finish,
you get his money,
I know. Big box.
Big boss. You won't believe that it's just $200. Different between you and healthcare aid. It's just $200. So what's all this stress? But one thing is that when you work in a residential facility, you don't pack poop like that.
Yeah.
It will be given to healthcare aid. You'll be acting like boss. Or like those people that work in hospitals,
yeah.
they see pack poop.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was doing my practicum, we were packing poop as an LP. Oh my God, my sister. It's not easy. Canada. That's Canada for you. So to get the job, Unka, I went to school because I still did food care. I want to be specialized. Yeah. So I have a feed also, even after. So let me just, I've not finished this story about my helping and getting job. I couldn't get job. There's something I miss. When I was going to school and at the same time working, there is no proper care for the children. That is when these people came in, social worker, that they took my children.
Oh my God.
They took my children. It was hell.
Oh my God.
It was hell. It was hell. But we thank God today. We thank God we have to go to courts. We have to get a lawyer for them to release the children. They now start coming to our house to monitor my life. What kind of thing is this?
Wow.
They have to be monitoring the children. How is the children doing? Blah, blah, blah. Say, hey, I'm looking for money. See where money is. So that was why I left Calgary. Because the problem was too much. I said, I will not give them my address. I want to see, maybe they will come to
where you are.
Where I am. So we now move to Edry. So on getting to Edry, that is when I was working. I cannot get work in Calgary, no work in Edry. So I'm working outside Calgary. So I do drive 2 hours.
Wow.
I work in addiction recovery. Okay. So I will 2 weeks away at home and 2 weeks on. But working outside the town also, my children was with my husband, and the people now started saying that they are seeing my little boy going around with diaper, no monitor. I said, but the father is at home. But the father is at. He said, if not that, I just look at that child. There's somebody that was telling me, if not for that, I've seen this boy like with you, I will have called the social worker that we don't know what this boy is doing around with no care. Is missing. Meanwhile, the father is with phone. Man with children.
Lord help us.
So I said, how do I do this? The children are lacking, no parental care, because we want to make miss just to be comfortable at home. So I have to stop the job. Even at the end. That's the journey.
That was the shift for you.
Yeah. So that's it. And I think.
Yeah. So. Wow. That is very.
I just need to summarize it.
Yeah, that is,
so that's the journey.
This isn't just a t-shirt. It's a declaration that I'm protecting my peace and I'm choosing rhythm over hustle. Yes, self-care is my birthright. And if you need to grab yours, you can go to our website, www.rtsbystandegloria.com, and shop our t-shirt. Self-care is not a luxury, it's not a necessity, it's our birthright. And whatever self-care means to you, that's what it is. Cheers to protecting your peace.
Okay. I know you as a prayer person now, right?
Yeah.
But like then, how are you taking care of yourself? Like, were you still very vibrant praying? How are you taking care of your mental health?
What are you talking about? Prayer care? No prayer for anywhere. You didn't see what I was doing? I did not even have time to pray. And before I came to Canada, I was a firebrand somebody. Fire. But with the challenges of life in Canada, That prayer, that was not everything, just died down until a time the challenges was too much. When the police start coming to my house, social worker, I said, God, this is getting too much for me. So, and I had a dream. So in that dream, I find myself maybe in a fire somewhere burning, and at the same time, I find myself in a deep maybe ocean like that. Somebody is trying to pull me out. I said, God, I just woke up. The dream was very clear. I said, what is the meaning of this dream? So I told two people, and they gave me the same interpretation. So they then said, if you walk, I saw my sister in that dream trying to help me, so that I will not be sink inside the water. So that's when I now told the woman, they said, that person is not really your sister. It's God that is trying to pull you out. And they now gave me this Bible passage that if you walk through the fire will not burn you. If you walk through the water, you will not get drowned inside the water. So both of them gave me the same. I said, God, even despite I am not praying, you still love me, that you are still with me. I say, God, I need to be closer to you. I need to be closer to you. So that is what I said, God, I can't continue this way. I don't care for my children anymore. They're just, if they should grow up that way, they will just, so what's the essence of coming to Canada? Is it not for us to give them better life? So I just said, we have to, I need to stop this. I need to stop this. I need to stop this work before social worker comes in again, even in this new environment that we have. So that is it was that COVID time. I just said I need to stop. So I just stopped, and I was consecrating, moving closer to God. God, have mercy upon me. I know I have I've not been a good child. Please have mercy. So I started moving closer to God. There is I have a lot of revelation even at that time, but I don't know if you have time to share it. Like what I had when I started moving closer to God. I don't know if I can share this because this is part of the spiritual aspects. I saw myself like in a cage, in that vision. I saw myself, I am already tied. It's like a big wall, like here in the planet Earth. There is a lot of people there. We are tied. Tied. So there are some people that are already moving. They are still moving. And that place is like they are moving in sin. Everybody's just going up and down at their daily activities. But there are some that are tied down. They don't know that they are tied down. They have been tied down. They are not on the Lord's side. So, but me, I think that is when the devil wants to take me. That is when the devil wants to take me, because I'm part of those people that have tied. So that was the revelation that I saw. Like that said, you are in the true prison of sin. That is what is written there. How do I get out from this? First of all, when I now start praying, I was released. But I am still there. The Holy Spirit said, you have not finished the battle. You need to come out from there. So I'm praying with fasting. I don't know how I was delivered from there. Then I was changed. I was lying down on the floor. This is spiritual aspect. So I just saw myself on the floor. The angels of the Lord, they are now washing me. Washing me. After washing me, they now clothed me with white. All the angels in heaven were now blowing trumpets. So that is, I will stop there.
That was very deep.
Yeah.
Right. That was you had a moment with the Lord. Like that was very. And so that was when things really shifted for you.
That now move closer to God there.
How did you take care of your mind in that? With all these plenty things, how did you know? Did you go depressed? How did you?
Won't I go? Why wouldn't I go depressed? I was depressed. Please call it anything. Any name.
Wow.
You see me going to parties. I don't really go to parties when I was in Nigeria. It's just for me to clear my mind. But on getting back home, you still find me in that state. I'm not a party person from Nigeria. But because of what is going on, I just need to clear my mind, but because it's too much, so that I will just be happy now. But it doesn't really give me. I will just have that party there temporarily, and after everything.
Wow, that's very okay. That's very deep. Like, wow. As in, when people see you, they won't know that this woman has gone through this.
Yes, so they won't know.
These stories. Wow.
And I didn't go deep. If I have to go deep.
Yeah, I know.
So,
time will never permit us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I just have one more question for you, or two. So right now, I know you're doing different things now. You stopped even nursing and all that because your season changed, because your children were your priority. So what exactly are you doing now in this season of your life? How was that transition? Because I know it was probably not easy for you to have just stopped everything, right?
Yeah.
So what are you?
So before I started with makeup, I was doing makeup. I was very good. Maybe because I know how to draw, all to the glory of God. So I was doing makeup. I tie gele. I go for wedding. They call me for those activities. I do it. But because of the lashes and some heavy stuff that I'm using, the Lord stops me. So continue with this. That is when I stop. So I moved to I make hair also. But that one still is not really giving money. I was doing it, but that one is not really giving money like that. I moved to making clothes. Because of this, everywhere they now can import their clothes from Nigeria now, because then shipping wasn't as easy but as now. So the people are not really it's not. So and me, I love cooking.
Wow, nice.
So even then, when I was still working, if I'm doing birthday for my children, I will be the one to cook their food. And people were saying this food is good. So the church I was going, so I bring food, that's because I love doing it. So it's also, you can do this. Why can't you turn it to business? That is when I start cooking. That is where Ogoluwa started. So, and the Lord has been so good. We have been cooking for events, birthdays. We have been cooking even this last Saturday, the wedding they did in South East. I was the one that made their chicken and turkey. So the cooking aspect, I think that is what God wants me to do, because I can see that I find it easy and God is always helping me. And before I cook, I pray. Even when I was cooking, I was still speaking in tongues to the food, that I can't do it myself. I will just say, this is God. And again, I find that it gives me time to pray and to serve God more better. For the decoration, it's something I like, beautifying. Somebody that love fashion, it goes and with it, like decorating. So that's why I just like everywhere beautiful. I love, even far when I was in school, then in school as when I was little, then in university, they call me Iyala Anu. That's a merciful woman that give food. So that's the name they called me. So I just say, this is what God is calling me to do, and I can see that it gives me time to serve God. And with my decoration, I beautify the house of the Lord. There is nothing I can do. I make meat pie also. If I'm doing, one thing is like anything about food. You can see the cake. I make cake also. Like I don't know. It's just God. It's just God.
I've eaten your food and I've eaten your pastries, and they are wonderful. I can say that, right? So, my baby's first birthday, you cooked you brought it to my house. I was like, one day, I told you, I said, Please, when are you going to come and teach me how
That's
to do this kind of thing? You're laughing at me, right?
Oh, not God, though. Glory
That
be
is
to
so
God.
interesting. So I'm just going to ask you one last question. So for it, what would you tell a woman who maybe the season you have just passed through, maybe she's in that season, or she's silently, saying, Lord, who sent me to come to Canada? I can't do this, so, or whatever, but she's, going through those things you might have gone through, and she's asking, this is a law. What would you tell? What's that advice? One advice you would tell that woman?
I'm going to tell that woman, like, prioritize your children.
If you have children.
If you have children, prioritize them. Because I went through a loss. Even those things I think I want to achieve, because the police are always there, you cannot even do it. Because your mind is not settled. You want to make money. Just prioritize. I say, prioritize God. Let God be your number one. Seek the face of God. Don't say that you are now in a foreign land. You now forget who God is. Put God first. That is when you should move closer to God for leading. Lord, what do you want me to do? He is there with us. He's Emmanuel. So I will ask them to pray to God. That's the time they should move closer to God. And God will give them direction on what to do. But if you put God outside the equation, it's like you now come and start from square one. So God number one. So, and don't say money, care for the children. It's going to tell on them. By the time the police, social worker starts coming, you don't even enjoy life. My sister, you cannot enjoy life. If you know what I went through, like, you cannot enjoy life. That work self, it will get to a time that they will report you at that work that you are not well.
That is good. Yeah, that is good. So for every woman, that's her advice. If you have children, prioritize your children and seek God first. If you're a person of faith, seek God first. He shouldn't be your last resort. It should be the first resort. So I'll ask you, what does it mean for you to be a well woman? What does that mean?
A well woman.
Yes.
Because God is with me. That is that's my well woman. God is with me. I am well. I know He's in charge. So if God be for me, He'll be against me. I believe in God. I believe that when God is now with me, He monitor my steps. He teach me what to do. That is my well woman.
Awesome. Wow. This was such a wonderful session. Well, women, I hope you guys, took something from this conversation with Janet Sonowo. Like, sometimes life will not go as you planned. And yes, there is still purpose in that pain. The thing is that RTS, remember, rediscover yourself. Those gifts that you thought you had, that you thought were nothing, when you sit in that quiet moment, rediscover those things that you love to do. That could be the thing that you might end up having to do. But hey, there is no shame in starting over, and there is no shame in saying, this season right now, I'm prioritizing my mental health, or I'm prioritizing my children, I'm prioritizing this, because life is in seasons. I know sometimes there's that pressure of us to the hustle culture, but life is in seasons, and we have to choose our battles very wisely. So, well, woman, I hope we enjoyed today's episode. And if we need to contact Janet for our cooked meals, for our events, please click on the link below, www.rts by Sandy Gloria, and go into the Well Woman Collective Marketplace. You'll find her contact there. She does big and small. Like, there's no occasion that is too big for her to handle. She has a great team, and her food is so nice. So if you're in Calgary and environs, please click on that link. You're not just supporting a woman's wellness, you're also supporting her well journey, because that's what the Well Woman Circle is all about. So I hope you all had a wonderful time. I will see you next time, and until then, keep pursuing wellness on your own terms. Have a good day.
Have a good day.